Not gonna lie, this phone guy knows a bit more than they're letting on. You know, they're dropping, like, he's like, oh yeah, just poke the golden bear in that eyes. You know, that'll definitely work. Oh, Jesus! Warning, this game contains flashing lights, loud noises, and jump scares. Hey there, and welcome to Five Nights at the Fazbear Diner by Fredinator and Radsla over on GameJolt. This is a game that I've been following for a bit, and it came out last week, and according to the GameJolt page, the entire point of this game is to be, well, kinda silly. I was just brainstorming, what if I made a visually bad game with all kinds of public models slash render effects and mash it into a simple Five Nights game, but it has some cool stuff. Similar to When the Lights Go Dim, another fan game that Fredinator is working on. It'll have, hopefully, some cool features, animations and such, but keep a very bad looking visual theme. The game is not to be taken seriously, just for fun, and something to do for now in the meantime. Basically, this is me poking around with public models and to joke about old C4D fan games looking like this. I still use C4D to this day, so I can definitely do this kind of jab. Also, I've been there with 2017 games, fan games, as my old stuff stuck too. However, for a modern look, I added render effects to at least make it look recently done. Here are the credits. So, I guess this is kind of like an homage of, a silly homage of sorts to older fan games. Which, based off the main menu screen, they're definitely nailing that for sure. But for now, I guess let's just get right into it. Night 1. It's nice to get into a game that doesn't have to deal with story for a while. We've got like a lot of story things to, you know, kind of resolve with like these fan games, and a lot of story breakdowns to work on. Ooh, okay, I love the effects. And also, was that the puppet just down in the middle? It definitely was. Also, this light is bright as hell.
Hey there, buddy. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Diner. Thanks a lot for taking this job for us.
Yeah, no problem. Hide under desk.
Some sort of security to keep an eye on the place. After all those toddlers went missing.
Toddlers?
Yeah, business hasn't been great since all of that
Okay.
happened, which is why the boss decided to install all
Oh, look, it's
these
puppet
new
again.
security measures. The main one is, of course, security guards, which is where you come in.
Yeah.
As you can obviously tell, you work nights in your job is simple. Just watch over the buildings from midnight to dawn. Well, it will be if it weren't for those pesky animatronics. Recently, they've been acting up, and until we can fix them, management has opted to let them roam around at night, so we can observe all their issues. Our current observation has noted a few errors on Bonnie and Chica. Bonnie has this tendency to get aggressive when stared at. I recommend you essentially look away to the opposite direction, or if he's in front of you.
Okay.
Just shoot yourself with the monitor. Chica, on the other hand, goes aggro when...
Holy Jesus Christ! I didn't know if it was actually gonna jump scare me, but it's an actual mechanic. Oh, I thought we were just like starting to hallucinate a little. It's an actual mechanic. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I mean, I should have clocked it in, but I was just curious, like, if I just keep staring at this, like, it happens so often, I was like, surely it's not just some mechanic that is just, like, active, right? But no, it's, the puppet literally is gonna just be in my face pretty much the whole night.
Chica, on the other hand, goes aggro when she sees an inch of movement. Best you don't move.
Okay.
I'll let you know more if there's any other errors in the meantime. Stay safe and have a good night.
Alright, so I can also make the puppet go away if I just raise the monitor. So Chica, when they're in my office, stay still. Bonnie, look away, or kind of like shield yourself with the monitor. However, I can't be on monitor too long because there's like a usage meter. Not exactly a battery, but essentially, if I use it too long, maybe it'll get disabled. So let's see, where am I exactly? I guess I'm in this little square area, right at the bottom of the camera. Here's my left side, Bonnie's coming. And on my right side, Chica. Let me not hide. Yeah. Oh, there you go. He appears, look away. Put on the monitor. So far so good. I just have to keep moving around so that I don't get caught by the puppet. Because yeah, again, monitor, it seems like I want to be careful because it charges up pretty slowly. For some reason, I kept thinking that Bonnie was like moving to the middle. That's why I kept like putting the camera up even after that, because I literally just saw the purple on the left. So I was like, is that actually Bonnie? I can't tell. I don't want to risk it. Chica, on the other hand, has not showed up. Oh, there you go. Bonnie showed up on the right. So that does confirm they can approach from any direction. So I should really be careful for Chica, because Chica, that means, could do the same thing. Oh, monitor. There we go. Alright, 6 a.m. So pretty self-explanatory. I guess we'll see what other mechanics are introduced. Because we pretty much have Freddy and Foxy left, I'm guessing. Alright, we're back on night 2. See what they got to say for me now.
Hey again, nice to see you didn't bail on us on account of the busted robots.
Yeah, but no problem.
Speaking of those mechanical schmucks, were they hard to handle?
Nah.
Not, especially since we've noticed more issues on another animatronic.
Ooh.
Case in point, the main man, or would that be Bear?
Bear.
I don't know. Point is Freddy Fazbear himself has his own issues.
Alright, what's up with him?
He seems to have this thing where loud music frequently disorients him.
Music?
Because of this, he's the only animatronic we've consistently kept off after hours since theoretically he wouldn't turn on at all.
But
That was until the speakers around the building started bugging to hell.
Of course.
All of a sudden, music could just turn on at random areas of the place. We came up with a solution, a forceful shutdown button on the cam.
okay.
Find where music plays and shut it off before Freddy activates.
Got
Other
it,
than that,
okay.
there's not much else to do. Instead, we're currently looking over on Foxy, since there's a high likelihood that if most of the cast are broken, he's broken as well. I'll get back to you if he is. In the meantime, have a safe night.
So in other words, when music starts playing, I gotta look on camera for the button. That's why I want to limit being on camera as much as possible. Hold on. There we go. So that's what it is then. I'm gonna just stay in my office until I hear the sound moving bit by bit so I don't get caught by the puppet. When I hear the music, then I'll go on camera. Or when I hear that sound, I'll know to either stop moving or look away. In terms of like 2017 fan games, I'm not sure what... Uh-oh. Stop moving. Oh my god, I was like slightly moving. It was terrifying me a little bit there. Oh, Jesus, alright. Yep. I was barely moving my mouse, god damn it. So, back to what I was saying. In terms of 2017 fan games, I don't know what fan game I might have played that was from 2017, to be honest. I mean, the oldest fan game I've ever played, like, at the time of release, anyway, would have to be The Joy of Creation. Besides that, I think one of the oldest fan games I played was, like, Project Readjusted and Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, as well as the original Jolly, really. Oh god. I think those three are some of the oldest fan games I've ever played, really, but, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm missing any off the top of my head. Back in 2017, I wasn't even really too much into FNAF. I mean, what game came out at that time for Five Nights at Freddy's? Because, if I'm not mistaken... Oh god, turn away. There we go. Alright, hopefully that's good. There we go. I mean, like, thinking about it at the time, 2017 is when Pizzeria Simulator came out, right? FNAF 6. So, yeah, at that time, I don't think I was really into FNAF that much. I mean, obviously I saw, like, game theories and people playing the game, but fan games or official games alike, I never really got into them. I mean, that's the thing, I've said it before, but the only FNAF I had really played was the first one. And besides that, I've also played the fourth one. And yeah, that's about it in terms of like official FNAF games, which is, I guess, kind of weird thinking about. Let me move. Okay. Like, it's kind of funny thinking about that, you know, I played so many fan games, yet I barely played the official games. I mainly just saw them all the time, to be honest. It's just that at the time that the games were coming out, I was pretty much like really just watching them on YouTube, and I never really had the money myself to buy the games. So that's just pretty much how I got into FNAF really at the time. Oh god. There we go. I don't know. I mean, I have covered FNAF on the channel before, like the original FNAF, like Custom Night, I think I did. at one point. Or maybe I just went through the entire game. I usually revisit the games. Or, well, not revisit, but like with FNAF, I've made videos on FNAF back when, during like their anniversary. I think I played, oh god. Oh, I could have just stayed still there. There we go. Literally, for the 8-year anniversary, I made a video on Five Nights at Freddy's. And I think I did it as well for Five Nights at Freddy's 9th anniversary. For the 9th year anniversary, I made a short showing like 9 years of FNAF. I think I literally took the clip from the first game and then I compared it to Security Breach Ruin, I think, at the time. And then for the 10th year anniversary, I went back to Five Nights at Freddy's again, the original. I'm not sure what I should do for the 11th year anniversary, which is still kind of wild to think. 11 years of FNAF is wild to think about. Especially with the... Uh-oh. Wait, where's the music? Oh god, I almost missed that. Especially with the FNAF 2 movie trailer coming out. I'm excited to see that. Excited to see how that turns out. They're more, at this rate, like... I mean, for horror movies, it's like, you know, it is what it is. I usually don't care too much about horror movies. Like, you know, they're like usually like a good watch, and then that's about it. But with FNAF, it's just like, it's cool seeing, like, it's just cool seeing it on the big screen, I guess. It's just like hard to imagine that this all started with like one game, and then there you go, 6 a.m. It's weird to think how it just starts with one game. It all started with one game. I don't know, in general, it's always a good time, but I really should go and play the original games. Like, at least just, like, experience them myself, even though, like, I know them already. It's like, I don't know, I was never really that motivated to do it, just because I'd seen them so many times. Now, let's see what we got. What new mechanics is Foxy gonna I can't speak, never mind.
Hey there, welcome back to another night of garden giant stuffed animals who haven't been washed since the place opened.
Sounds accurate.
Maybe that's why they've begun to stink up the place.
Yeah,
anyway,
probably.
Another call means another piece of important information. In this case, as I predicted, Foxy has his own issues.
Because why wouldn't he?
That the motors in his legs have a movement issue. In this case, his movements are a lot more erratic and faster than any of the other animatronics. We of course can't risk you getting trampled or hit with a hook forced by him. So the game bugged up with a solution.
Okay.
When he starts running down one of the two side halls, just hide under the desk until he runs past.
Okay.
Easy as pie, right?
I hope so.
Well, that should be it. We don't have any other animatronics in the building, but if there's more info I can share, I'll let you know. As always, stay safe, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Okay. I guess the only thing is, I hope that I actually hear him running down those halls. This distortion makes it kind of hard for me to see those boxes. I gotta be careful. I guess we'll see. If Foxy just jumps me out of nowhere, I swear to God. Alright, I'm checking the cameras, but I'm not seeing Foxy anywhere. Maybe I have to wait for the cameras to pan fully. Chica's there. Yeah, nothing. Oh boy. Oh, I missed the top. There we go. The only thing is, like, the reason why I say it's tricky is because one way or another, I've played fan-made remakes or retakes of the original games, right? Besides FNAF, which I've played on my own already as it is, FNAF 2, I've played quite a few remakes of FNAF 2. Hold on. FNAF 3, I think I've played a remake of FNAF 3 before, or it was like a FNAF 3 Plus, I think. FNAF 4, I played like FNAF 4 Expanded Edition. FNAF 5 Sister Location, I played a VR version of Sister Location. And for FNAF 6, well, we literally recently did... Oh god. Oh god. Okay, that's cool. I can actually see him run by. For FNAF 6, I did, what's it called? Banshee, right? That was literally the FNAF 6 retake there. And so, I don't know, I mean, like, I guess I do feel like I should, for sure, tackle the original games, just for the sake of having that experience actually getting to play the original games myself. It's just weird because in general, when it comes to games that I've seen before, I usually don't play them. For the main reason being that while I believe in the whole idea of, oh god, while I believe in the idea of, you know, playing and watching, you know, like watching someone play a video game and playing it yourself, two completely different experiences. My main thing about it though is like if I play a game that I've already seen someone else play, I feel like that will already take away from my experience. And because of that, it kind of demotivates me from experiencing the game for myself. I don't know like how to put it, but it's like I feel like usually it's always like one way or another. I always go back to the feeling of like I wish I could experience this game for myself without knowing what's gonna happen or without having like going blind essentially. Like I wish I could do that for a lot of games that I've seen people play but haven't played myself. Though to be fair, that's more like I feel that way more strongly with story games more than anything because obviously like I'm a big enjoyer of like story games in general. Like that's probably one of my like main types of games that I play, right? And if I experience the story through someone else playing it, it's like that kind of that's like in a way just makes me not want to play it for myself now. It's like if I know the story of the game, that's already something that I no longer get to experience for myself because I already know it. It's a whole ordeal, I guess. I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. I guess, you know, because I was talking about playing the official games again, even though I've seen them so many times. But, you know, it's just something that I tend to think about a bit. And, you know, sometimes that even comes up when I beat a game and then it's like I can never experience that again. I know I've mentioned this in a video before where, you know, I was talking about how, like, you know, there are games that, you know, I've waited, you know, a long time to get to play, and I finished playing it, and it's like, in a way, it's like, it's so, I don't know what the word is, it's kind of like, it's bittersweet, because then I don't get to experience that game again for the first time, right? There are a lot of games that I wish I could go back and experience for the first time again. And I don't know, I mean, like, again, this is one of the things that I tend to think about, you know, as I go through and play a lot of those story games that come out over the years. Not even just story games, like, I still remember my first experience with Elden Ring, which was phenomenal. Alright, I guess I'll keep talking about that, but, I'll wait for the phone to ring.
Hey again, just stopping by to give you a couple of quick updates on the whole situation on our end.
Yeah.
I joked last night that the animatronics are stinking up the place.
That wasn't a joke, was it?
The customers have started to notice some oddities leaking out the stores.
Of course.
Calls and the health department is threatening to shut us down, which sucks for us since we might just get laid off. Management is currently handling the situation, but it's definitely a major issue. A lot more than the Golden Bear had. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's been this stupid rumor going around that some Golden Bear hat has been haunting the place.
Okay.
Totally poke it in the eyes if you see it chuckles. That will teach him.
Totally.
Alright, enough joking around. I should let you continue working.
Yeah.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Not gonna lie, this phone guy knows a bit more than they're letting on, you know, they're dropping, like, he's like, oh yeah, just poke the golden bear in the eyes, you know, that'll definitely work. Oh, Jesus! Okay, that was, I knew it was gonna work, but I didn't think it was gonna look like I literally was, like, poked his eye out, and he gets his eye poked out, and then he just comes back and tries to get me, and I'm like, oh, how dare you take my eye out, I'm gonna really get you this time. That was funny. But yeah, like Elden Ring, back to my whole rant about playing games for the first time and whatnot. You know, I remember my first experience playing Elden Ring, which was phenomenal, as I said. And I don't know, like, you know, like, I still remember how I felt like when I was playing that game. And it's like, you know, like a lot of times, like, I look back on it, it's like, I wish I could have that, like, first time experience again. Same goes with, like, Lies of P, because that was my real first introduction into the Souls, like, genre, right? Besides, like, oh god, can you, like, not interrupt me? It's so rude. My like, oh, hold on, I lost my train of thought, right? before, like, you know, Lies of P is like my real first introduction. Besides games like Star Wars, Fallen. Oh God. Besides games like Star Wars Fallen Order and Survivor, which are like, you know, they are, I guess, you know, to some extent Souls-likes, or like they definitely take some elements. I'm not really sure if they're considered Souls-likes though, to be honest, but they have a, oh God, I why did I look away? I knew it was Chica the moment I looked at him. See what happens when I try and like go for these like long spiels? Like I literally, like, I see Chica and I'm like, oh no, let me move the other side, like as if I needed to do that. But yeah, like, just in general, I remember my first experience with Lies of P, which was phenomenal as well. I don't know, it's just like introduced me to a whole new genre of games that I never really thought I was going to enjoy. Mainly because I knew about the difficulty of those kinds of games, but I was less put off about the fact that it was difficult and more about like when Elden Ring first came out, I bought it and I refunded it within the first hour because it's like, you know, before that I never had any Dark Souls experience of any degree. And when I realized what Elden Ring was, I was like, I do not have the time, you know, in my life right now to try and like dedicate, you know, what I imagined was going to be a whole lot of time to Elden Ring. And so I refunded it, I put it off, and I never really touched the genre again until, oh my God, don't do it. Let me just stay still. And, you know, I just put the game off until then I went on to play Lies of P. Because at that point I was like, you know what, Lies of P like seems really interesting. I know it's a Souls-like. I definitely can commit some time to something like that. You know, open to the idea, especially since it was on Game Pass. And then I played that, and then that just introduced me to this whole new genre of games that honestly have been just a blast going forward, right? Lies of P, Kazan. I'm currently trying to make my way through Wuchang right now. I don't know, I guess I figured I should give you guys some insight as to what I do besides fan games. You know, in my... Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where are you getting your eyes back from? I'm taking them. But yeah, I'm currently making my way through Wuchang right now. And I don't know, just in general, really like, I ended up really liking those styles of games. Not just for like the difficulty aspect, that's definitely one part of it, but in general, they always just tend to be really fun to just play from a gameplay standpoint. Lies of P and Kazan, you know, the Lies of P DLC this year was absolutely, it was everything I could, oh God, everything I could have wished for and more, to be honest. Like, wow. And then you have Kazan, which came out earlier, before the Lies of P Overture DLC. Oh God. And then, I don't know, like, just in general, this year has been so, like, big for me on games, right? Kazan first came out, and that was going to be my game of the year. Then I got into Clair Obscur, which I usually don't play games like that, like those turn-based style of games. And that is my game of the year now. Don't think anything's really gonna top it. It's just, I don't know how I got into this whole rant about all these games that I play, but I don't know, it's just, it's nice, I guess, to think about it, to reflect on these things sometimes. Oh God. I don't know, sometimes I just get the urge to just, like, talk, you know, about all sorts of things in these videos, like, because sure, I usually do speak about what's happening in the game, especially from a story standpoint, but I don't know, sometimes, especially with games like these where I don't have to really think about the story too heavily, or at all in this case, you know, I could just vent about whatever's, you know, whatever I feel like, I guess. Game related anyway, it's usually what my mind's on. I'm also playing Dark, oh my God, Dark. Oh no. Did I really avoid Bonnie? I literally saw Bonnie at the very end. I wasn't sure if I avoided them. What I was trying to say is I'm also getting back into Sparking Zero, you know, with mods and everything. Really enjoying that. Oh God, get out of here. I don't want you here, you understand? Oh God. Thank you. But yeah, I guess for a game of the year, since I brought that up, I don't know what other games are coming out this year that could possibly take game of the year. I was very sure, early in the year, we all thought GTA 5 was coming out September. GTA 5, GTA 6 was coming out December. Not December, in the fall 2025. Obviously, that's not happening. I was prepared for that to take over the game of the year spot. Like, oh well, it is what it is. In the end, Claire Obscure still gonna be my personal game of the year. And then it got delayed, as expected, which I'm still excited for, to be honest. Golden Freddy, you're not really trying to show up as I'm trying to just have a casual conversation, right? You just can't leave me alone for a couple minutes. But yeah, now with that out of the way, right? Claire Obscure being game of the year. Not sure what else could really compete with it, to be honest. Especially with upcoming releases. I don't know. I can't really think of any, to be honest. Maybe there's just some games out that I'm just not aware of yet. But just in general, I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's fun being able to talk about these games and whatnot from time to time. Okay, there we go, 6 a.m. Also getting back to work on some story breakdowns. It's always fun to do as well. I just finished the recording for the trilogy video. I just gotta edit that together, and the goal is, as I said in the last video, this week to drop it. It's just it's funny, when I first started the whole story breakdown stuff, or when I started doing them regularly, when I decided, you know what, it's time to get back into story breakdowns, that was with Together again, and then, a couple months later, I was like, you know what, with the Jolly Trilogy, I'm gonna start doing story breakdowns more regularly. I remember I made a list. It was this is I saw the list. I was like, I'm probably not gonna, I was projecting to have over a year's worth of story breakdowns available, given that I do them on a monthly basis. And I figured that, the list is gonna run by quickly.
Hello again. Welcome to the final night on the job.
Yeah.
I should probably give you a quick update.
Quickly, I'm in danger.
Management had a nice chat with the health department. The cops believed that baby that went missing at one point ended up stuffed into the animatronic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the police showed up, yet they didn't do anything?
Because cops did found what appeared to be blood and mucus, but no actual bodies. Man, if the bodies were once there, maybe the lunatic who kills those kids accidentally damaged some important components and all the malfunctions. I will say though, this whole mess is starting to make people think the place really is haunted.
It is.
It definitely doesn't help if you combine this with the Golden Bear hat thing. Mainly since the guys who owned this place used to have a restaurant with a golden bear, and that place was basically cursed. I don't know, this is all just weird, confusing and creepy. I'll let you get back to work. Remember to pick up your paycheck once you're done.
Yeah, that's fine, you can just mail it to me. I'll take it via mail. I don't really want to stay here much longer. Oh god. But, oh my god. Yeah, with story breakdowns, I remember, I thought I was not going to have enough games to, last me a long time with story breakdowns. Again, I thought, maybe over a year. At the time, maybe 2 years. And, the more games I play, and the list keeps growing, and, I think, even with the schedule that I'm trying to do, with, two story breakdowns, oh god, 2 story breakdowns a month, it's I have a lot of games that I can cover, and all that is thanks to you guys enjoying those story breakdowns, enjoying those videos. Cause I'm still kind of in shock about it, to be honest. I'm still kind of in shock about those videos doing as well as they do, just because, I don't know, I always had an idea about, at least for, my videos, right? Because obviously other people do, these big, video essays on, not on any topics for sure, but also with some games as well. Or, Gaming General has its video essays there about, covering games and whatnot. And I guess I just never imagined, oh god. I never imagined anyone really, I never imagined that working out for me. I was I don't think anyone's really gonna be interested in me covering, doing these story breakdowns and whatnot. And oh god. And I don't know, it's always a pleasant surprise knowing that you guys end up enjoying those videos a lot. I mean, literally, the Five Nights at Maggie's video, that story breakdown, is Still one of my most viewed and well responded videos ever at this point. And I don't know, it's always a shock, I guess, is my point. It's always a shock about the support that those videos get. So thank you for that, seriously. I never imagined I was gonna enjoy making those videos as much as I do. I remember when I first did it for the Return of Bloody Nights. Oh god. And I enjoyed it, but I was like, I'm not sure if the video, like, if the payoff, oh god, if the payoff for all the effort I put into the video, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, or if it was gonna be, like, enough of a payoff, you know. I didn't think it was gonna be well received. And even now with story breakdowns, I'm trying to do some, like, spice things up a bit more with, like, some of those, like, edited segments, like with, like, the edited voice and whatnot. I'm trying to do more stuff like that to, like, I guess, like, give those story breakdowns like a bit of different energy with regards to, like, the story, right? Like when I did the Crafty's HQ video, I had that that little, like, intro, right, for, like, Crafty's HQ, and then I had that segment where I was, like, an employee that worked there, and, you know, I told you about the secrets in the arcade machines, like, stuff like that, you know, which was, like, tied to the story. I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff. It was, like, silly to record it, like, just, like, thinking about it in context, but, like, as a final video, I really enjoyed doing stuff like that, and I want to keep doing stuff like that, trying to, like, give each video kind of, like, its own energy, one way or another. So I guess, yeah, what I'm trying to say is thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this, because honestly, it's kind of like a dream come true. It is a dream come true, so thank you. I don't know, this game got me, like, talking about all sorts of things today. I mean, I did not expect this. I was expecting to just cruise by these 5 nights, you know, and not a care in the world. But again, it's like some... Oh, you do have a nose boop. Oh my god, you made my night. It does have one. Oh, I actually thought they didn't. Oh god, voice crack. I don't know. I'm very happy, I guess. You know, that's just all there is to it. Oh god, get out of here. Get out. It's almost 6 AM, guys, come on. I only died, like, what, twice? One to a... what's it called? One to Chica. Actually, no, both times I died to Chica. No, one time to Chica. Oh god. No, one time to Puppet, twice to Chica. I died 3 times. Puppet, I didn't know what was going on. Chica, I was stupid 2 times. 6 AM. Alright. We got a star. You tried. Excuse me? Okay. I tried. And there's a night 6. We're gonna take on night 6. Nights 1 through 5 have been pretty good so far. If night 6 gives me any real trouble, then we might leave it for another video. But, I guess, you know, time will tell. I mean, maybe it's just a higher difficulty. I guess we'll find out. Any phone calls? If there's no phone calls, then I'm gonna presume it is just a harder night. Okay. There we go. Oh god. I swear that's gonna keep startling me. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, okay, super active. That was... Oh, okay. No breaks, huh? Wow. Literally, it's like one after another. Especially with you. Okay, are they the only 2 active ones? Like, what the hell? Oh god. Look away. Okay. 1, 2. We just have to... I mean, again, none of them have showed up at the same time. They've all been pretty individual. So, as long as it stays like that, we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I just gotta be careful with the puppet. I can't stay in one direction for too long. There you go. I was wondering where Foxy was at. Foxy hadn't shown up at all. 1 AM is pretty early for Foxy, to be fair. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, I can't hit the nose again. God damn it. Wait, let me hit the nose again. Where's the nose? What the hell? Do you have a... What the hell happened to their nose? It's like their nose got robbed or something. Oh my god, I can't focus on that now. Oh, don't move. I swear to god. Oh my... I don't know. Oh, there we go. I just have to hit the specific spot. Like, right under the right eye. No. No, it disappeared. Never mind. I don't got time for this. Keep looking around. Go away. 1, 2. It is a nice animation, I have to admit. Like, Golden Freddy getting whacked. Like, it looks really nice. It's like seeing him just like take that like little bit of recoil from getting his eye poked out. Nice little animation. Nice little idea too for a mechanic. Like poking Golden Freddy's eyes out. You usually never get to fight back against him. And this time you're really fighting back. You're literally like taking his eyes out. What a cool idea. Oh lord, why did I move? Okay. Oh god. Like, I don't know, I love that idea. It's such a goofy idea for Golden Freddy. Oh, look away. Cameras. There we go. Yeah, what the hell? I can't find his nose anymore. Freddy's nose is like it's there, but I can't boop it anymore. I guess it's fine. I got what I could out of him. Oh wait, no, there it is. What the hell? It's so random. If there's somehow a harder night than this, I mean, I would be shocked if they could make a night harder than this, because they're like going back to back. So if they can find a way to make this night even more intense, I'd be surprised. I'd really be surprised. Oh my god, for a second I thought I went on the monitor. I was about to like get up from the monitor to try and like hide again or something. I thought I was gonna I was gonna sabotage myself. Luckily I stopped myself just in the nick of time. Also, I guess I should mention this now, you know, since we've talked about a lot of things already in the video. I enabled this YouTube feature called viewer posts now, which is, I think, is like a community feature, similar to like the community post system, where you guys can like put posts now on the community tab. I think is how it works. I think it, or something a little separate, because I noticed someone used it to say that the Banshee game had come out. It was literally the 22nd that post was made. I think I was still playing, what was it, Stuck at the Bunker? I noticed someone used that feature, so, you know, I never mentioned it because, in general, like, the community... What the hell is that? That's a... Oh, God. That's a first. What? Huh. Yeah, I guess before we move forward, yeah, there's a viewer post mechanic. Oh my god, I'm calling it mechanic now. There's a viewer post system that's enabled on my channel now if you want to post something, assuming it's, you know, all good and well and everything. I don't know, I never mentioned it because, like, the community tab, I barely use. I only really use sometimes to, like, notify of, like, story breakdowns, or if I'm like going on a break or something, or just to check in during like a holiday or something. But yeah, figured I'd mention it. Now, where the hell are we going? Restrooms, please? No? Okay. Oh, the exit. It's like right there, right next to them. Surely they won't jump me. Okay, we're doing good. Get in the car.
Holy shit! I got it!
What the? My guy did not look that anxious. So many car skids. Oh my. Oh. Holy. Whoever did the screaming, I can't take it seriously. Oh my god. Oh. I'm guessing. Oh. Freddy. I'm guessing Freddy got in the was in the car with me. We died, and everyone died at the end. I'm literally there, a skeleton. My car flew into a dental office. that, like, I was about to say, like, I'm, like, walking over to my car. It doesn't feel like I'm running there. I make it there, and then I just hear this flurry of screams, and then I hear, like, animatronic sounds, and I'm like, oh, we're definitely in the car. And then I hear a car skid, a truck skid, all sorts of things. Absolute cinema. Best game ever. Made me cry. 11 out of 10. 10 out of 10 IGN. That was great. That was hilarious. Just that ending was so over the top. And of course, it will make it better with the fidgeting Chica ragdoll. Literally, the bloody, like, the menu is corrupted with that sound now. Oh god, that was so unexpected, but that was funny. But yeah, that's Five Nights at the Fazbear Diner. We have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy. And whoever the hell this guy is. And a puppet. Is this supposed to be the Freddy that was on, like, cameras? Because I noticed up, like, at the very end. Jump scares. 3, 2, 1... Okay, so he screams at me and then covers my face with his palm. Nice. Chica just like swinging their head around. Foxy, kind of the same thing. Freddy jumping on me and then revealing that hideous endoskeleton. Of course, Golden Freddy with the bite and, you know, the fade in of the eyes. What? Who the hell is this? Who is this character? That must be like, if I'm on camera too much, they definitely have to attack me somehow. Like, what the hell? I've never seen that mechanic. And finally, puppet. And then, of course, we have behind the scenes for, like, setting up the environments, more environments, like, positioning for animatronics. Again, like, you don't really need to use cameras at all in this for, you know, besides, like, Freddy's mechanic with the music box. But overall, that was fun. Again, it's nice playing a game that, you know, you have to just sit back, kind of like tackle, and not have to like worry, like not have to like super focus about the story or anything, right? Like sometimes it's nice to play a game just for shits and giggles. I wonder, does anything happen when I click these things? No? Nothing. But that's going to be it for Five Nights at the Fazbear Diner by Fredinator and Radsla. Here are the credits once again. Overall, great job. That was a lot of fun for a silly game paying homage to 2017 fan games. Really nice, really fun, and you know, we got to talk about a lot today, so another plus for sure. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Lets me know you're enjoying the content and want to see more of it. The game will be in the description below as always. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.